let's talk about Cardano. Because besides Bitcoin today, everything's going up. People have always asked me, what's going on with Cardano? Should I trade it for something else, right? Cardano's finally seeing some love today. Up double digits, 10%. What's going on with Cardano? It's probably the boringest big cap there is. And there's a lot of people that love to hate it because it just doesn't move sometimes. But it's still top 10, let me remind you. It is still one of the bigger big caps that we have. And it's not going to go away anytime soon. From a TA perspective, it does look like it's poised for a breakout. And it started that breakout already. But that's not the reason why it's moving. This key Cardano metric just reached the highest level since March of 2022. What is that? TVL. In fact, you could argue that we're approaching all-time high for TVL. All-time high was about 321, and we're at 292 already. We're getting close. Cardano's DeFi ecosystem is blowing up. Look at all the greens right now. DJ, the stable coin's going up. You got MinSwap that's going up. Indigo is going up. You got a lot of things happening. These are all DeFi projects, by the way. And I've always said this about chains. You need to have DeFi because you need to have that liquidity locked in. Like right now, there's like 75% of ADA locked in, but then you lock more into liquidity pools or assets, you know, you're taking more out of supply. The more you take out of supply, the better it is for the price. It's just that simple, supply and demand. So right now, TVL is going up, although this pales compared to the Ethereum or EVM-based chains, but it's a step in the right direction. It's doing well. Recently, I did cover this metaverse game, Cornucopias. They're doing quite well. Almost a AAA MMO RPG game. That looks fantastic. It's not quite out yet, but this is probably the most exciting game on Cardano right now, or will be coming on Cardano right now. A lot of people talking about Cornucopias, right? You got this other one called Ding that's from Pixels NFT. You know, this actually looks kind of cool too. But this is coming out pretty soon. But this project right here is the first interactive NFT collectibles on Cardano blockchain. So you got a lot of NFT projects. You got Clay Nation also that's doing very well. And you got this one. So as you can see, Cardano has a lot of stuff going on. Not the most exciting project, but it's getting there. Now it has some cool games. It has a meme coin. So awesomeness is how I would describe Cardano. If you're sick of dog coins, then look at Snek. Because Snek is closing in at 50 million. It's up another 23%, 24%, and they're still cheap. They could go up 10x just to reach Bonk. And they are the biggest meme on Cardano. And Cardano guys are even loyal, more loyal than Solana guys. That's for certain. So if you want something that's a little bit cheaper, that has a great community, and I have talked with the team before, they are hardcore Cardano guys. They're not pump and dumpers. Okay, they stuck with it. They have huge visions, and they're not going away anytime soon. So just to throw that out there, Snek could be a really good, viable alternative to Bonk, although Bonk itself could be going to the moon if they get a Coinbase listing. Something else that's doing well is Avalanche. Avalanche, finally. It started really quickly upwards, then it kind of cooled off in like $21, right? And it stood there for a little bit. It was consolidating. And now today, it blew up in a big way, 15%. It broke into top 10 territory. Love to see the fact that it's above Tron, which is total garbage. It's even higher than Chainlink. I said Avalanche belongs in the top 10, and Doge and Cardano, they better watch out. Avalanche is really strong right now. You know why? They are L0 now. They have a lot of subnets, basically different layers, different L1s that exist. And because of that, it's really helping them. Those games, they had their own subnet. They're L1s on top of Avalanche, and they're the hottest things right now. They're the ones that are gaining the most momentum. People are actually paying attention to games. It's kicking off this revolution. Beam is an example. I just covered them a few days ago. Beam is from Merit Circle. It's a whole subchain based on games. And they have a lot of games. They have a lot of really, really good games. And they went up 14% today. So the stronger Beam gets, the stronger Avalanche gets. And then you have games like Shrapnel, which is a AAA game that's about to be released. I covered them recently as well. People don't want to pay attention to games. That's fine, but then you're losing out on the gains. Shrapnel up 23% today. Still relatively small, under 100 million. Guess where they're on? Avalanche. They have their own subnet. I didn't know. They have their own subnet. I thought they were running on Beam, but no, they have their own subnet. You got others. What about DeFi Kingdoms? So I've been talking a lot about them. They're up 30% today. In fact, when I started talking about them about 4 days ago, they were at 10 cents. So they're actually up like 200-300%. And they're making a strong comeback right now. And they're still at 23 million market cap. And why are these important? Well, you go to Avalanche and you look at their subnets. Who are the biggest subnets? Well, the ones that I just talked about. DeFi Kingdoms, you got Shrapnel, they have one. And then you have Beam, they have one. And then you got a few others. These subnets, or these L1s, basically, you think about it, Avalanche is like a layer 0. These are like L1s. They're all hot right now. And they're all like game related. Games are leading the way. And people are trading. And when they trade, they utilize a DEX, maybe like Trader Joe, for example. And they're trading for AVAX with these tokens. So it makes sense. There's a lot of volume there. And then people are also staking more. So it's all interconnected. They're all connected together. And on top of that, Avalanche has other things going on too. There's other dApps that's being made. They have their institutional subnets. They call it Evergreen. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on. So there's no wonder that Avalanche is so hot right now. And I think it's going to continue. I don't think they're going to stop. You know, they were a surprise breakout in 2021. And I think people are going to get surprised by them in 2024 and 2025 because of the strength of games. As strange as that may sound, but that is probably going to happen. Jito, not Ghetto, not Jared Leto, Jito, it exploded today. This morning I told you airdrop was going to happen. Those of you guys that got inside information early, you would have used their liquid staking platform to get airdropped or to be eligible for airdrop. And yes, my Patreon newsletter talked about Jito way early, so had you subscribed, you would have got that alpha. But anyways, I told you guys Coinbase was going to list them. Not only did Coinbase list them, Binance listed them, and KuCoin listed them, and Bybit and Gate.io, every single basically major exchange listed them. And now they debuted at plus 82%. But here's the thing. Can they go higher? At 350 million, relatively speaking, in crypto terms, it's actually quite small. It's not even considered a mid cap. It's a small cap at this point. And in case you don't understand what Jito is, it's a liquid staking provider. And also it helps optimize yields by working with the stakers that have EV turned on. So can Jito go up to 2 billion? Quite possibly. Yes. As Solana gets bigger, you know, more of these DeFi projects within Solana will get bigger and stronger as well.